Okay, so now you know why smoothies are so good for you, you know how to make them, and you know how to avoid the common pitfalls. So I guess it's time that we started looking at some actual recipes to help fortify your health and transform your energy and looks. We're going to start out with an energy and defense approach. The smoothies that we're looking at in this video and in part two are all about providing you with lots of energy and at the same time strengthening your immune system to provide you with better protection against illnesses and diseases. This is your basic smoothie, and it's the kind of purpose that most people associate with smoothies to begin with. So, what should you put into a smoothie designed for energy and defense? Well, here's one suggestion. It's called the morning wake up smoothie. First up, the recipe, then we'll dive into why it works. You'll need half a cup of cold water, 1 beet, lemon juice to taste, a tablespoon of honey, 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, and 2 cups of mixed frozen berries. If you're used to having coffee first thing in the morning, then you might find that you rely on using something as a pick-me-up. The problem, though, is that coffee, A, doesn't have all that much nutritional value, and B, is addictive. Caffeine works by blocking the receptors in the brain that respond to adenosine, which is an inhibitory neurotransmitter that we produce as a byproduct of the energy process. The more time we spend working, the more adenosine builds up and the slower and less cognitively we become. By blocking these receptors, caffeine can prevent adenosine from having any impact, and this in turn means that the brain feels more awake. The problem is the brain responds to this. How? By creating more adenosine receptors. The result is that you now need even more caffeine to feel its effects. Worse is that when you aren't consuming any caffeine, you'll feel slow, lethargic, and prone to headaches. When you sleep, you of course aren't getting any caffeine, and some people now believe that the morning grogginess we all experience, sleep inertia, is actually often caused by caffeine withdrawal. Then there's the fact that the caffeine stimulates the release of stress hormones like cortisol and norepinephrine. It would be a fairly accurate description to say that caffeine is like stress in a cup. As you can probably work out by now, coffee isn't a healthy choice for a morning boost. This smoothie, on the other hand, is, and it has a ton of different ingredients that do a world of good to wake you up in the morning, provide you with energy throughout the day, and to protect you from harm. Let's examine each ingredient. A mixture of berries is a fantastic way to improve your immune system and to protect yourself against a number of health problems, cancer in particular. That's because berries are absolutely packed with antioxidants. Antioxidants are substances that combat the action of free radicals in the body. Free radicals, meanwhile, are compounds that damage cells when they come into contact with them. These can cause visible signs of aging as the damage becomes more visible in our skin and in our hair. But more concerning is what happens when those free radicals break through our cell walls and all the way to our nuclei, the centers of the cells that contain our DNA. When this happens, they can damage those strands of DNA enough to cause small mutations. And if those mutations are copied, this is how we get cancerous growths. In short, a diet high in antioxidants is one of the very best things you can look for to improve your health. Adding berries to a smoothie is one of the best ways to accomplish this by far. What you're really going to feel when you drink this smoothie, though, is the power of the beet juice. Did you know that beet juice is actually such a potent performance enhancer that it's used by a number of different athletes? That's because beet juice acts as a vasodilator. A vasodilator is something that widens the blood vessels, the veins in the arteries, and thereby helps more blood and oxygen to travel around the body. This means more blood and oxygen to your brain, which in turn translates to better concentration, better mental energy, and better cognitive performance. It also means you're likely to enjoy better energy in general, and you may experience considerable performance improvements if you head out for a long run. Honey is a great choice for energy because it provides its sugar in a number of different ways. Specifically, honey contains both fructose and sucrose, which are absorbed into the bloodstream at different rates. This means honey can give you a little sugar hit right at the start of the day, but will also serve as a slower supply to keep you going until lunch. This can help prevent snacking. Of course, honey also lends our smoothie a bit of sweetness. Coconut oil is another very powerful inclusion in this smoothie. Everything is there for a reason. Coconut oil is a good choice because it contains a very specific type of fat, medium-chain triglycerides. This fat is absorbed differently from other types of fat in the body and will head straight for your liver, where it will stimulate the production of ketones. Ketones are interesting to us because they serve as a secondary form of energy for the body. When the body doesn't have glucose, it relies on ketones instead. Thus, your body can survive on ketones, and actually, the brain prefers ketones for certain tasks. Any mixture with coconut oil is going to give you a big boost and will help you to feel more alert and alive. Finally, we have lemon juice, which is a great source of numerous vitamins and minerals, as well as several other things. In this particular smoothie, the role of the lemon juice is to provide vitamin C and vitamin B6, as well as to give us that refreshing wake-up call that you can only get from citrus. Not a fan of that last smoothie? Well, the next one will help to support your immune system and fight stress, but without quite so much fuel in terms of ketones or vasodilation. Again, let's do the ingredients first. 2 bananas, 1 cup of orange juice, 1 peeled orange, 3/4 of a cup of almond milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 carrot, peeled, and ice. This is another great one for combating morning fatigue and giving you some get up and go. The bananas are a great source of energy and also of potassium, which will help to fuel you for a lot longer than just those morning hours. The carrot is key because it contains good quantities of B6, as does the banana, and this helps the body to process energy from food. This means you'll get more use out of the carbs that you consume and out of the very sugar in this smoothie. Better yet, recent research suggests that lutein, which is found in carrots, might be effective in improving the energy efficiency of our mitochondria. Mitochondria are the small energy factories in our cells that have the job of turning glucose and other forms of energy into ATP, then using that ATP to drive the movement of muscles and fuel our cells. In one study, it was found that when mice were given lutein, they would run further on the wheel and actually burn a lot more calories, with no prompt from the researcher. Lutein requires a source of fat because it's fat soluble. The good news is that the almond milk in this very smoothie will do that job just nicely. Vanilla extract, meanwhile, is another potent antioxidant. As well as providing anti-inflammatory properties and combating cholesterol, it is a very good tool for making our smoothie a little sweeter on the way down. Finally, we have the orange, which is really the stress-busting part of the equation. There's a lot of orange in here, and it's going to provide a lot of vitamin C. Vitamin C plays a vital role because it's what the brain uses to make serotonin. Serotonin, meanwhile, is the happiness hormone and our very own natural anti-anxiety medication. By keeping your blood sugar steady and providing serotonin, this drink can set you up in a good mood and provide the perfect start to the day. and we'll continue this video in part 2. What's actually just as important as learning to make smoothies is learning to fit them into your routine. Earlier in this series, we discussed how you could fix your diet just by aiming to get more fruits and vegetables into it naturally. Of course, this is a simple solution and just as healthy as having fruits and vegetables. The problem, as we saw, was that a lot of people struggle to fit that into their routine. They start out with good intentions, but it only takes a long day at work for cooking a meal to be off the table. Pun very much intended. Likewise, if you're on the train and all you can buy for lunch is a processed sandwich, that won't leave you with much choice but to break the healthy diet. Smoothies are effective because they're easier to fit into a normal routine. But they're not perfectly easy, and from time to time you'll find that they can still seem like too much work, too much mess, and too much effort. This is particularly true considering that you don't just have to make the smoothie, but you also have to clean the smoothie maker, you have to source the fruits and vegetables, and generally put a lot of time and work into preparing them, and they're expensive. The objective here, then, is to make sure we're set up to win. You need to make sure that it's easier to stick with your smoothie plan than it is to cheat on it and skip them. And this video will help you to do exactly that. Now, the first thing to do to minimize the amount of work you have for yourself is by using the right equipment. Front and center is that smoothie maker itself. A good smoothie maker, blender, food processor, or juicer should be highly powerful. You want to have the confidence of knowing that you can throw in any combination of fruits and vegetables, within reason, and it won't break or get stuck in the process. You want it to be fast, and you want it to not make a mess. What's also very important, though, is that you have to minimize the amount of washing up you have to do for yourself. The big problem here is that smoothie makers are often very inconvenient to wash and clean. This is true in particular thanks to their blades, which are awkward to reach and which rotate when you try to grip them. These factors combine to make cleaning out your blenders a right royal nightmare. Fortunately, some newer models have been designed with this in mind and feature blades that are easy to remove or which don't come into direct contact with the pulp and thereby stay cleaner. Another handy feature is the ability to remove the top of your blender and go. The first product to get famous for doing this was the NutriBullet, but its popularity has spawned countless copycats. The idea is simply that you have a blender and a water bottle combined in a single product, meaning that you don't have a separate glass to wash up. Prep and pick up is a concept that comes from the author Tim Ferriss. The idea is that you want to do all of your work in advance, so all you have to do when it comes to the crunch is pick it up and go. In our case, this means you're going to prepare your smoothie at the start of the week and then drink it throughout the week. One way to do this is just to make huge quantities of your smoothies on a Sunday and then store them in bottles in the fridge. Each morning you can simply grab a bottle and go without having to actually labor over it then and there. Some people also find it helpful to freeze the fruits themselves before dropping them into the blender. This is a great choice because it allows them to buy in bulk up front and then not worry about ripening. Keep in mind though that ripe fruit is less of an issue when it's being blended anyway. You can also make your life a little easier by ordering your fruits and vegetables online. This is a great choice if you find you're struggling to get time to head out and get your ingredients, as it means they will be ready for you and you can simply drop them in the blender ready to go. You can also make savings this way. But a note here, if you're interested in making savings on your fruits and vegetables, then the very best way to buy them is from a farmer's market. If you happen to have one near you, then make sure you take full advantage of it. You can also make your smoothies a little easier in numerous other ways. Using a pure fruit juice, for instance, can save you time and effort, and so too can using purees and canned fruits. These are especially useful for things like pineapples, peaches, and cranberries. Why? Because those ingredients are particularly difficult to prepare and involve a lot of peeling and de-seeding. By using a tinned fruit, you have it ready to go in a form that is soft and easy to blend. If you really don't have time to make your own smoothies, should you be tempted by store-bought smoothies? Is this a good way to get your ingredients without spending time? Well, the answer is yes and no. Of course, making your own smoothie gives you tighter control over the ingredients. It saves you a lot of money, and all in all, it's a smarter choice. While buying a store-bought smoothie might not sound like a lot of money, perhaps setting you back $2.50 a day, it will quickly add up, and that is actually $17.50 a week, $70 a month, and around $840 a year. But then again, if you normally get a coffee every morning, then you can swap it for a smoothie and spend just as much while getting health benefits instead of fueling yourself with that wired feeling that you get from coffee. If buying smoothies in town is the only way you can stick with it, then it's money well spent. But do be very careful to check the ingredients thoroughly. Just because the makers brag about how many whole fresh fruits they put in, that doesn't mean they haven't also flooded it with sugar, additives, and other things. Do your research carefully. Welcome to part 2. In part 1, I gave you the recipes for a couple of energy and defense smoothies. In this video, I want to share 2 more. Got a challenging day up ahead? Then this brain fuel smoothie should provide your grey matter with everything it needs to ace any challenge that comes your way. It contains protein powder, half a banana, 1 to 2 teaspoons of coconut oil, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1 to 2 teaspoons of yerba mate green tea. This combination is a powerful smoothie for anyone looking to boost their concentration and focus. The first thing of interest here is the protein powder. Now, normally you would drink this on its own as a milkshake, but we're going to incorporate it into our smoothie. Protein is brain food because it's where we get our amino acids being key players in the creation of numerous neurotransmitters. In short, our brains need protein to function properly, and protein powder, which is whey protein, is a great place to get it. Next up, we have banana and coconut oil, which we've already seen the benefits of. Coconut in particular is crucial for brain power, and it's actually the key ingredient in a lot of products designed to enhance brain performance, like bulletproof coffee and like brain octane oil. Cinnamon, meanwhile, is a very healthy way to add more flavor to our drink. It not only lowers blood sugar, but it also helps to reduce the likelihood of heart disease. In fact, the ability of cinnamon to reduce blood sugar is so potent that it's often recommended for diabetic patients. It makes it perfect for us to, once again, avoid those spikes and drops in blood sugar that can otherwise ruin our performance. Cinnamon also packs a lot of antioxidants to help support the brain for the long term. The final ingredient here, though, is the yerba mate green tea, which you can get from health food stores or online suppliers. Green tea is a fantastic option for anyone looking to enhance their brain power and is a better choice than coffee. For starters, the caffeine content is considerably lower in green tea, which means you can get the slight boost without worrying as much about stress, jitters, and addiction. Moreover, green tea contains the ideal combination of caffeine and fellow xanthine L-theanine. L-theanine has an effect on the brain that is somewhat the opposite of caffeine, and in that it's gently inhibitory. Many people find that when they combine caffeine with L-theanine, the two complement each other perfectly. The caffeine helps to wake people up and make them more alert and focused, while the theanine helps to keep them calm and prevent stress levels from reaching an all-time high. Green tea is also once again very high in antioxidants too. Any green tea will do the job nicely, but we chose yerba mate because it has perhaps the perfect balance of all the key ingredients. In fact, Darwin himself is reported to have described green tea as the most perfect stimulant. Well, we can't argue with that. This should also serve to be neuroprotective and reduce the likelihood of Alzheimer's, dementia, or other forms of cognitive decline. Finally, let's take a look at a breakfast smoothie that has one job: to fill you up and keep you going till lunch for those big days. It contains half an avocado, 150 grams of strawberries, 4 tablespoons of low-fat natural yogurt, 200 milliliters of semi-skim milk, lemon or lime, and honey. And this is a smoothie designed to see you through the day until lunch and will help boost your performance and prevent cravings. The best part of this smoothie is the avocado, which delivers a delicious base, but which also helps to release energy very slowly throughout the day, thanks to its status as a healthy saturated fat. It was once thought that saturated fats would cause weight gain and heart problems. More recently, though, studies have shown this not to be the case. While saturated fats do contain more calories, they're also actually better for us thanks to their slow release of energy, which makes them very effective in providing us with a steady supply of energy and avoiding sugar spikes in the blood. We've also seen that honey has a similar effect when it comes to releasing energy slowly. And that low-fat yogurt can help to get your gut bacteria in check, which is very important for digestion. This is something we'll be looking at in more detail in the next videos. Hopefully, this has given you a few ideas for great morning smoothies that you can use to start your day right. And by sharing the reasoning behind each one and the reason they're so potent, you'll hopefully now have a better idea of how to bring about similar effects while still experimenting with the ingredients as you see fit. More importantly, I hope these videos have now opened your eyes to the real power of smoothies. We're talking game-changing improvements in performance and health here. These smoothies don't just give you a bit of energy and nutrition. When you stick with them, they'll help to protect your brain as it ages, protect your cells from cancer, and more. And we're just getting started. Now you not only have a huge selection of delicious smoothies to choose from, but you also have a full understanding of why they're so important for your health and how you can use them strategically to enhance your weight loss, boost your immune system, build strength, and more. Make sure you don't consume more than one of these a day and that you use the tips provided to actually make them fit into your lifestyle. Think about what results you want from your smoothie and design a few recipes that you can use to get all the different benefits you require. That might be better digestion, better sleep, muscle building, fat loss, or all of the above. And of course, you should vary your smoothies and have different combinations to maximize the variety in your diet. That said, you should also make sure to keep coming back to the same smoothies and same ingredients to ensure that you get the long-term benefits of building up lots of antioxidants and nutrients. How about having a weight loss smoothie every other day and an energy/defense smoothie in between? You'll find that whatever your choice, you start to quickly feel more energetic and generally healthier. Your mood will improve, you'll lose fat, and you'll develop a healthy glow that you just can't get from supplements. Of course, for best results, combine this with a healthy lifestyle and training regime. You won't believe just how transformative these effects are, but you're going to have to actually give it a go to find out. And I wish you every success. Wait! Before you start increasing energy, losing weight, and feeling better than ever with daily smoothies, discover how you can get even better results faster. First off, I want to thank you for your purchase. If you follow the step-by-step guide to using daily smoothies to improve your health, you'll feel better than you've ever felt before in no time. But what if there was a way to get results even faster? What if you could be sure you're doing everything 100% correctly and get more energy and feel better than ever from smoothies even within mere days? Although the guide you just purchased is structured in a very easy-to-follow, user-friendly format, it's a proven fact that most people get better results when they see something being done, not just from reading about it. How do you normally learn the best? Would you rather just read a guide, or would you learn faster and get better results if you watched a video? If you're like the majority of people out there looking to become smoothie experts and get great health results, watching a video makes it much easier to get there. Although most people have the best intentions, it's a well-known fact that people that buy books or text-based guides rarely even finish going through them all the way. And of the few that do get through a text-based guide, most rarely stick with it or follow through until they see the results they were originally looking for. But what if you didn't have to choose? What if you could have a text-based guide and combine it with step-by-step videos that make boosting your health with smoothies easier than ever? Today, you'll get just that opportunity. As a valued customer, you get the opportunity to upgrade to the video version of the guide you just purchased at a massive discount. This video upgrade will help you quickly understand exactly how to get the most out of daily smoothies and quickly boost your health. Here's why you need to get your hands on this today. If you make your smoothies the right way and follow all the details in the guide, you'll get the best results of your new smoothie lifestyle. But miss out on the important details or make your smoothies wrong, and you can find yourself wasting a lot of time, and ultimately not getting the results that you wanted in the first place. That's why it's so important you fully understand exactly what's needed to increase energy, lose weight, and feel amazing with daily smoothies. Most people that try to live the daily smoothie lifestyle start out okay, but don't stick with it. That's because there's a lot of misinformation floating around out there. But when you get this video upgrade, it solidifies everything you learned inside the guide you purchased and makes it easier than ever to become a daily smoothie drinker. Upgrading to the video version pretty much guarantees you'll stick with the daily smoothies, increase your energy levels, lose weight, and feel better than you've ever felt before. To get started, just click the button below to upgrade to the video version now. And of course, as an existing and valued customer, you'll get the video upgrade with special customer-only discounted pricing. When you consider that this is the next best thing to having a nutrition expert come into your home and showing you exactly how to get the best results possible from daily smoothies, it will be easy to charge $500 or more for this easy-to-follow upgrade. But the good news is, you won't pay anywhere near that when you get this right now. And to make it even easier to upgrade, you're also going to get an exclusive bonus of 10 high-quality audio MP3s of all the videos. This makes it easy to keep daily smoothies at the top of your mind while you're on the go, traveling, or even during your lunch break at work. When you add the MP3s to the 10 high-quality videos that show you how to become healthier than ever with daily smoothies, you will get the results that you want. And to make this even easier, you get to test drive this upgrade for the next 30 days. With absolutely zero risk. If for any reason, or no reason at all, you're not 100% satisfied with what's inside the video guide, simply send me an email and I'll refund every single penny of your tiny investment. No questions asked. But please don't wait. This is an exclusive one-time offer at pricing that's only available to my existing customers. If you wait, you may never get another chance to get access to this at a price this low. Click the button below to get instant access today.